I loved Emma for 3 years before I found out the truth. We met at a coffee shop near campus. She was studying architecture. I was finishing my engineering degree. We started dating 2 months after we met. Everything felt easy with her. Natural. Right. If you enjoy these real stories, hit subscribe. Now let's continue. Those first months were perfect. We would study together at the library, get cheap dinners at places near campus, walk around the city talking about our dreams. She wanted to design buildings that changed skylines. I wanted to build things that lasted. We fit together. She had this way of seeing the world that amazed me. Could look at any building and tell you what worked and what did not. Would sketch ideas on napkins during dinner. Her passion for design was infectious. I loved watching her light up when she talked about architecture. We spent weekends exploring the city, looking at buildings. She would point out details I never noticed. The way light hit certain facades. How older buildings use different materials. The evolution of styles across decades. I learned to see the city through her eyes. After graduation, Emma got a job at a prestigious architecture firm downtown. She was excited. This was her dream job. The firm worked on major projects across the city, museums, office towers, luxury apartments. She would come home and tell me about the designs they were working on. Her eyes would light up when she talked about it. I was proud of her. I had just started working as a project engineer at a construction company. Different world from hers, but we made it work. We moved in together 6 months after she started the job. Small apartment, but it was ours. We were building a life. The first year was good. We had our routines. I would leave for work sites early. She would head to the office around 8. We would meet back at the apartment around 6 most evenings. Make dinner together. Watch shows. Talk about our days. Normal couple things. Her boss was someone named David. She mentioned him occasionally. He was the senior partner at the firm, mid-40s, successful, respected in the industry. She said he was a good mentor, taught her a lot about the business side of architecture. I thought nothing of it. Then the late nights started. Emma would text me around 5 saying she had to stay late. Client meeting, deadline approaching, design review in the morning. Always a reason, always work-related. I understood. Architecture is demanding. Long hours come with the territory. 1 late night turned into 2. Then 3 nights a week. Then 4. She would get home around 10 or 11. Exhausted. Too tired to talk. She would eat whatever I had saved for her and go straight to bed. In the morning, she would be up and out before I woke up. I started eating dinner alone most nights. Started going to bed alone. Started waking up alone. We were living together but barely seeing each other. When I mentioned it, Emma apologized. Said this was just a busy season. A big project. Once it wrapped up, things would go back to normal. The project wrapped up. The late nights did not stop. There was always another deadline. Another client. Another reason she could not come home at a reasonable hour. I tried to be supportive. This was her career, her passion. I did not want to be the boyfriend who complained about her success. Then she started coming home drunk. The first time was on a Thursday night. She got home around midnight. I was still up watching TV. She walked in smiling, stumbling a little. Her lipstick was smudged. She said they went out for drinks after work. Team bonding, client celebration, something like that. I helped her get ready for bed. She passed out immediately. It happened again 2 weeks later. Then again the following week. Always the same story. Work drinks. Celebrating a win. Networking event. She would apologize the next morning. Say she did not mean to get so drunk. Say it. Would not happen again. But it kept happening. I started noticing other changes. She dressed differently for work, more effort, better makeup, nicer jewelry. She said she needed to look professional for client meetings. I accepted that, but she never used to care this much about her appearance at the office. Her phone became a constant presence, always checking it, always responding to messages, even at dinner when we did eat together, even during movies, even in bed before sleep. When I asked who she was texting, she would say it was work. David needed something. A client had a question. The team was coordinating on a project. David. Always David. His name came up more and more. David said this. He thinks that. He wants me to handle this client. He invited the team to dinner. Him this, him that. I started to resent a man I had never met. One Saturday, Emma said she had to go into the office. Big presentation on Monday. She needed to prepare. I offered to bring her lunch. She said no, too busy, too focused. She would grab something. She left around 9 in the morning, came back around 8 at night. 9 hours at the office on a weekend. This became the new pattern. Weekends at the office. Late nights during the week. Coming home drunk and distant. I felt like I was losing her, but I could not figure out how to get her back. Every time I tried to talk about it, she would say I was being needy, that I did not understand the pressure she was under, that I should be happy for her success instead of making it about me. I started wondering if there was someone else. The thought would creep in late at night when she was not home yet, when she came back smelling like wine and expensive cologne, when she smiled at her phone and would not tell me why. But I pushed the thought away. Emma loved me. We were building a life together. She would not do that. Then came the night that changed everything. It was a Tuesday. Emma texted me around 6 saying she would be late. Another work dinner. I said okay. I had heard it so many times it barely registered anymore. I made myself dinner, watched a game, fell asleep on the couch around 11. I woke up to the sound of the door opening. It was past midnight. Emma walked in looking flushed, happy. Her hair was messy. Her dress was wrinkled. She saw me on the couch and her smile faded. She said she did not mean to. Wake me. I asked how dinner was. She said it was good, productive. Then she went to the bathroom. Her phone was on the kitchen counter. She left it there. It buzzed. A text message. I should not have looked. I know that. But something made me pick it up. The screen was unlocked. The message was from David. It said, "Thanks for tonight. I had a great time. Let's do it again soon." I stared at that message for a long time. My brain tried to make it innocent. Just a boss thanking an employee for a work dinner. But the tone was wrong. The time was wrong. Everything was wrong. I scrolled up, read the previous messages. There were hundreds of them, going back months. Good morning texts, good night texts, inside jokes, compliments, flirting, plans to meet up, references to things they did together, lunches, dinners, drinks, hotel rooms. I kept scrolling, found photos. Emma in lingerie, David shirtless, the two of them together, in bed, smiling, happy, living a whole life I knew nothing about. There were timestamps. Messages sent while she was supposedly in client meetings. Photos taken on weekends when she said she was at the office working. Entire days documented that I knew nothing about. Every late night had been a lie. Every work dinner had been a date. Every excuse had been cover for time with him. I saw messages from mornings after she came home to me. Her telling him she wished she could have stayed. Him saying next time. Her sending heart emojis. Him calling her beautiful. All while I slept in our bed believing she was mine. I heard the bathroom door open. Emma walked out, saw me holding her phone. Her face went white. She froze in the doorway. For a moment, neither of us moved. Then she started walking toward me, reaching for the phone. I pulled it back. She started to say something. I held up my hand, told her not to bother. My voice was calm, cold. I did not recognize it as my own. I asked her how long. She did not answer, just stood there shaking. I asked again, louder this time. She started crying, Said it was complicated. I told her to uncomplicate it. She took a shaky breath. Said it started about a year ago. A year. 365 days of lying to my face. Of coming home to me after being with him. Of building a life with me while living another one with him. Of looking me in the eye every morning and choosing deception. I felt sick. Actually physically sick. I asked her who David was. Really was. She looked confused, wiped her eyes. I said I knew he was her boss, but there was more. The way she talked about him. The way his name came up constantly. The familiarity in their texts. She nodded slowly. Said they dated before. Years ago. Before she met me. They were together for 2 years in college. Broke up when he graduated and moved to start his firm. She stayed to finish school. I asked if she knew he worked there when she applied. She nodded, said she did not think it would be a problem. They were over. It was ancient history. But when she started working there, old feelings came back. For both of them. She said she tried to resist, tried to stay professional, but she could not. I asked why she did not just leave me. Why string me along? She said she loved me. That what she had with David was different. Exciting but not stable. She did not want to lose what we had. She wanted both. I told her she just lost both. She started sobbing, begged me to let her explain more, to understand, to give her a chance to fix this. I told her there was nothing to fix. She made her choice every day for a year, every late night, every drunk evening, every lie. Those were choices. I told her to pack a bag and leave. She asked where she would go. I suggested David's place. She said she could not. He was married. I laughed. Actually laughed. Asked if she was serious. She nodded. Said his wife did not know. That they were careful. So she was not just cheating on me. She was helping a married man cheat on his wife. She was destroying 2 relationships. Maybe more if he had kids. I asked her how she lived with herself. She did not have an answer. I told her again to pack and leave. She went to the bedroom, started throwing clothes in a suitcase, kept crying, kept trying to talk to me. I ignored her. I sat on that couch and stared at the wall and tried to process what my life had become. She came out with her bag 20 minutes later, stood at the door, said she was sorry, said she never meant to hurt me, said she hoped someday I could forgive her. I told her I did not care what she hoped. I told her to leave her key on the counter. She did. Then she left. I sat in the silence for a long time. Then I pulled out my phone. Found David's company website. Found his professional bio. Found his photo. Mid-40s. Distinguished looking. Successful. Married with 2 kids according to his bio. 2 kids who had no idea their father was cheating on their mother. I found his email. Sat staring at the compose button for 20 minutes. Debated whether this was my place. Whether I should just walk away and let karma handle it. But I thought about his wife. About those kids. About how they deserved to know who he really was. I sent him a message. Kept it simple. Said I knew about him and Emma. That I'd seen the messages, the photos, everything. That his wife deserved to know. That I was giving him 24 hours to tell her before I did. He responded within an hour. The professional facade cracked. Said it was not what I thought. That Emma was obsessed with him. That she pursued him relentlessly. That he tried to end it multiple times, but she would not let go. That she threatened to tell his wife if he cut her off. That I should not involve his wife. That it would destroy his family. I read his message 3 times. The audacity of it. The complete lack of accountability. He was her boss, her mentor, the person in power. And he was trying to paint himself as the victim. Trying to make Emma the villain when he was a grown married man who made a choice every single day. I told him he should have thought about his family before sleeping with his employee. before risking everything for an affair, that his wife deserved better than being lied to, that his kids deserved better than growing up thinking lies were normal. I did not hear back. I do not know if he told his wife. I do not care. That was his problem to deal with, his mess to clean up, his consequences to face. The next day, I called my landlord, explained the situation, asked if I could break the lease early or remove Emma from it. He was understanding, said I could stay and he would draw up new paperwork without her name. I thanked him. I changed the locks, blocked Emma on everything: phone, social media, email. I did not want to hear from her, did not want explanations or apologies or attempts to win me back. I wanted her completely out of my life. She tried anyway. She showed up at the apartment 3 days later, knocked for 10 minutes, called my name through the door, said she just wanted to talk, that she needed to explain, that things were not what they seemed. I sat on the couch and listened to her beg, did not move, did not respond. Eventually she left. She left notes under the door, long letters about how sorry she was, how she made a terrible mistake, how she wanted to fix things, how much she loved me. I threw them away without reading past the first few lines. Her words meant nothing anymore. She called from different numbers. I would answer thinking it was work, hear her voice, hang up immediately, block the number. She got creative, used office phones, friends' phones, even called from a payphone once. I stopped answering calls from numbers I did not recognize. She sent letters to my work. My boss brought them to me looking concerned, asked if everything was okay. I said yes, just a bad breakup. He understood, told me to let him know if I needed anything. I appreciated that, appreciated having someone on my side. She emailed my work account. I set up a filter to automatically delete anything from her. She created new email addresses. I reported them as spam. She showed up at my job site once. Security walked her out. I filed a formal complaint. She stopped after that. 2 weeks later, a mutual friend reached out, said Emma was a mess, got fired from the architecture firm. David's wife found out somehow, threatened to sue for workplace harassment. The firm let Emma go to avoid the scandal. She was staying with friends, barely eating, barely functioning. The friend thought I should know, thought maybe I would reconsider cutting her off completely. I told the friend I appreciated them reaching out, but no. Emma made her choices. She chose to cheat, chose to lie, chose to help a married man destroy his family. Those were her decisions. She got to live with the consequences. I was not her safety net. I was not her backup plan. I was done. The friend said I was being harsh, that people make mistakes, that Emma really loved me. I said if that was love, I wanted no part of it. Real love does not involve year-long affairs. Real love does not involve constant lying. Real love does not involve choosing someone else every single day and pretending otherwise. I have not heard from Emma since. It has been 6 months. I heard she moved to a different city, started over somewhere new. I hope she figured herself out. I hope she learned something from all this. But honestly, I do not think about her much anymore. The first few months were hard. I had to relearn how to be alone, how to trust my own judgment, how to believe that not everyone would lie to me the way she did. I went to therapy, talked through the betrayal, the anger, the sadness. It helped. I am dating someone new now. She works in finance, completely different world from architecture. No overlap with my past, no connections to Emma. We have been seeing each other for 2 months. It is early, but it feels good. Honest. She does not have late nights that do not make sense. She does not come home drunk and distant. She does not mention an ex constantly. She is just present, available, real. I told her about Emma early on. Wanted her to understand why I might be cautious, why I might ask questions, why trust does not come easy for me anymore. She understood, said she had her own past, her own reasons to be careful. We are taking things slow, building something on honesty instead of lies. Sometimes I think about the signs I missed with Emma, the late nights that started gradually, the drunk arrivals that became routine, the constant mentions of David, the phone always in her hand, the weekend office trips, the changed appearance. They were all there. I just did not want to see them. I trusted her, believed her when she said it was work, believed her when she said I was being needy for wanting time with my own girlfriend, believed her because I loved her and thought she loved me back. I was wrong, but I learned. I learned that love without honesty is nothing, that someone can say all the right words while doing all the wrong things, that you cannot make someone choose you when they have already chosen someone else. You can only choose yourself. Emma chose David for a year, chose excitement over stability, chose lies over truth. She lost everything in the process. Her relationship with me, her dream job, her reputation, all for an affair with a married man who threw her away the moment things got complicated. I chose myself, chose to walk away from someone who did not value me, chose to rebuild rather than accept scraps, chose honesty over convenience. It was hard, but it was right. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe.